Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is an LTG, it's a Soviet Tier 7 light tank, and it's located on the west spawn of Arctic region, also known as the Mannerheim line, and it's being commanded by Milestone 77. Now, what can I tell you about the LTG? Well, it's rather unusual because the driver actually sits in the fighting compartment. He's actually in the turret. And he's got a rather unusual observation device, which is actually on the turret top, but it's synced to the driver, so the driver's always looking in the direction of travel. And, well, this tank is very, very low. It's got a very low profile indeed, as you can see, which makes it very difficult to hit most of the time. And we can see the Milestone is headed north along the gully. He's going to have a look, do a bit of observation, see if he can find the enemy tanks that are actually making their way across the north end of the map. He's got an 85mm gun as his main armament. If he's got the Tier 7 version, it's the D5T, and he's found his first enemy. It's an AMX 1390, and he puts a 203 hit point hit into him. He's found a 1375 as well, up on the heights, on that lookout. That 1390 got badly hit there. He's on this side of the map, but he's on that dip in between the water and the hill. He's not going to be able to hit him from here because he is well down. He's in basically in defilade from here. But the ISM further back, he can probably look down and see that 1390. But he's found a T20. He's pulling forward to see if he can get a shot. He can. Fires a round in. He hits the ground next to the T20. Unfortunately, the shell dipped. It was aimed correctly, but I'm afraid the shell just didn't travel right. And that shell went over the top of the T20 as well. So that T20 driver's had two shots miss him. Should have by all rights hit, and a third shot misses. His accuracy is a bit of a problem at the moment. He's popping up and having to shoot sideways because the front end of the tank... Oh, he gets a good hit there, 175. The front end of the LTG, it's so low. He hasn't got that much in the way of gun depression, so he has to shoot over the sides to get decent gun depression when he pulls up, and that does expose the side of his vehicle. Can't hit those two tank destroyers over there, T25-2 and the 704. Looking around for targets. There's that 1390. Now he's dialing in, long range. Oh, it ricocheted off the roof. Can he get another round in? He's dialed in, but no, unfortunately the MX 1390 pulls back. Can he get a shot into this KV5? I think so. It does, but it doesn't go through the armour. Now, this 30 KV5, can he get a weak spot? Well, he does this time. Yeah, 186 into the engine bay. Now, can he get another round in? Fires around into the front, 172. I think he tracked him. No, he didn't track him. Oh, he did track him, yes. Fires another round in, 172. Again, good strike. Can he get a third in? Yes. Oh, no, critical damage. He's just tracked him again. He needs to watch out. That KV5 looks in this direction. Gets another track destruction, 192 hit points of damage assist. Looking for the rear. Yep. Unfortunately, he doesn't want to hit the T54 lightweight, who's very close by. Fires another round in. Gets another track. That KV5 must be cursing himself right now. At least cursing someone. And another round. This time it goes into the engine bay, 177. And the KV5 is just taken out by the RSU-14-1. Okay, 1375 is the other side, but we can just see him now. Oh, he flipped up and over. And I think he turned over and got wiped out. Okay, he's going on side diff at the moment. He's popping up to have a look. Can he get that any more damage? Looks like the 1390 has been taken out. The nearest enemy tanks are just across the way. I'm not sure if he's been seen, but he's approaching them. He's trying to creep up on them. He has got very good camera ratings. He is so low, such a low profile tank. He is a light tank after all. Light tanks are got the same camo rating on the move as they do stationary. He's trying to poke around and see if he can get a shot. Oh, there's a 704. He needs to retreat from that. Doesn't want to get a shell from that into him. And there's a 1390 there as well. That's the same one that he saw earlier. He wasn't killed off. He just retreated. But we can see him. Fires around him, takes him out the game. 113 hit points, but it was a kill shot. I'm not sure he was actually seen there, but he is pulling back out of sight just in case he was. Doesn't want the 704 to know where he is. Can't go down there to the water. Can't get out there. And he's gone unsighted from the 704. He can't see the 704, but he has got some damage assist from spotting the 704. And there's the Centurion 71, and he can certainly make a mess of that tank. Can he get a shot at him? Well, yes, I think so, but oh no, passed too quickly. Fast mover. He's taking damage now anyway. Now, where's the 704 gone? We lost our Panther 2 there. He was killed by the Centurion. He's going to move up again, see if he can spot. Well, there's some spotting damage on the Centurion. There's the 704. Okay, and he is looking this direction, so we need to be careful. We could just as easily take one out. There, Lorraine 15550's just killed our AMX AC-46. And the T-54 mod has just actually taken out their T-25 too. But where's this 704? We want to see the 704. He's turning around, trying to get a better angle. There's a P.3 Tur coming back. Now, I think he's a bit concerned about that P.43. He's going to see if he can get another angle on it from a different direction. There's also a T-26E4 down there that he can see. He's going to use this rock, I think, for cover. Oh! Took a big round there from the T-26E4. He did see him. Firing around in return and kills the T-26E4. I don't think that T-26E4 really should have fired because he really got more than he expected in return. We only lost 251 hit points from the T-26. He fires around at the P-43 Tur, who is coming in this direction. Can he get around into the side? Yes! Kill shot. 77 hit points. That's his third kill of the game. Still 5 enemies to go though. A medium, 2 tank destroyers, and 2 Arty. Now this is quite a useful position for the moment because he can pop round the corner, have a look, pull back afterwards, but that Centurion is trying to get beneath the T-44 and around the other side. He's taken a hit. He is stunned. He's been taking a hit from Arty, and that's another hit by Arty. Can he get around into him? I think so. Fires around him, gets a hit there. 183 hit points. Trying to get another one in, and yes, he gets the kill shot. Or does he? No, he didn't get the kill shot. The T-54 Mod 1 got there just before him. He fired around him, but it just wasn't quick enough to beat the T-54. Alright, well, Scorpion G around the other side. The Object 704 is in close proximity. We need to be careful of those. There's only 2 tank destroyers, 1 Arty left on the enemy team. We know the Scorpion's the other side, but the 704 must be either supporting him or just around the corner. Where is that 704? Okay. Milestone's going to move forward. Is he up there? No, there he is. And there's the Arty. The 15550 can take him out. One shot in. Yes, 55 hit points. Kills the enemy Arty. That's his 4th kill. Can he get a 5th? There's the Object 704. He's got his rear to us. Oh, this could be beautiful. Oh, we hit the ground. Those damn ridge lines. Locks on and no, misses his chance. He's going to have to get closer. And he gets around in. 178. Now he's got the Object 704. Unfortunately, he gets wiped out by his own Arty at the end of the game. He got too close to a target that was being focused on by Arty, and unfortunately, the round came in from the Su-14-1 and took him out as well as the enemy at the same time. So he didn't get the last kill. and he did receive 434 hit points loss from the SU-14-1. And of course the enemy actually, when he backed into Milestone and did 76 hit points of ramming damage. So I'll be puzzled to see who actually got the kill on him. So let's have a look and see what happened. Who got him? Well, it says here that he was destroyed by a shot from 171086 Sane. And if we look down this list, that's the SU-14-1. So it was his own teammate who took him out. So unfortunate, because he did so well during that battle. He got a win rate of 4968. He was doing incredibly well. He got a first class tanker for that battle. He also picked up a fighter badge for getting at least 4 kills. He got 5, and he got a kamikaze because he took out 1 enemy tank by ramming. And I think that was the 704 at the end. The 704 backed into him, but the 704 died in the process. And consequently, that means that Milestone picks up the Kamikaze award for it. He also picked up a Duelist award for taking out 2 enemies that did damage to him during the battle, a Fire for effect for doing more damage than the hit points for his own vehicle, and a Bruiser award for getting at least 5 critical hits on the enemy. He got 6 in total. But lastly, he took out an Orlik's medal. He managed to take out 2 enemy tanks or tank destroyers in a light tank during the battle, and they must be at least 1 tier higher than him. And of course, he was tier 7. He was firing on tier 8 opponents. So let's have a look at the team score, see where he came. Well, on damage, he came in 4th place, 1,829 hit points. But when it came to kills, he was top of the table, 5 kills, more than anyone else in the battle. He also managed to get base XP of 1,176. He was only topped by the T-54 Mob 1, and that Mob 1 was the one who kill-stealed one of his kills, the Centurion. That should have belonged to Milestone, but unfortunately he was quicker on the gun, and he managed to claim the credits in that. So he probably got the XP there from that shot that put him top of the table. If we look at the detail report, he fired 26 rounds during the battle. He got 20 direct hits, 12 penetrations. Pity some of those shots actually went astray, but those are the ones where he was firing at long range up onto the north area, and the shots were just going over the top of the enemies. Those are the misses. He did damage of 1,829 hit points, of which 995 were at more than 300 meters. He received 1 hit during the battle. It was a penetration. He also, that was from the T-26E4 that he then subsequently took out. He spotted 2 enemy vehicles. I think that was the 15550. I can't remember which one's the other one. But he also did he damaged 8 of the enemy and killed 5 of them. And he did damage assistance of 1,683 hit points. On a standard account, he earned 23,048 credits. He got compensation from the SU-14-1, who took him out at the end of the game, with 3,741 credits. It was a lot because it was a heavy strike by the SU-14-1, the tier 7 Arty. So he actually came to a total of 26,789 credits, and he didn't need ammunition resupply or repair on the vehicle, so he actually took that away. I don't see how he wouldn't need repair on the vehicle, because he was completely wiped out. So that's odd. He received 1 bond from the battle. That was the Orlik's medal. He earned base XP of 1,176. He was a ×4 for the first victory of the day on that weekend, presuming it's a weekend. So he actually took away a reward as well for mission completed of 1,176 XP, another 100% reward. So he took away 5,880 XP in total. So that's a really good haul for this tank. And of course, he did seem to perform extremely well. He was scouting and he was looking for the enemy, helping his team to find them, but he was actually also quite an active scout, because he was putting rounds into the enemy whenever he got the chance. So if you enjoyed this replay, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel, and hopefully it'll be your replay that I'll be featuring in the next video.